Hail Satan. Hail Lucifer. Hail Lord Belial. Hail Lord Leviathan. Hail beautiful Queen Lilith. Hail Queen Astaroth. Hail King Asmodee. Hail King Asmodeus. Hail beautiful Queen Astaroth. Hail Queen Tiamat. Hail Lord Marduk. Hail Lord Behelbegor. Hail Lord Varine. Hail Lord Volok. Hail King Pazuzu. Hail Lord Beelzebub. Hail King Azazel. Hail King Amaimon. Hail Lord Amon. Hail Lord Aim. Hail Lord Croxel. Hail Lord Dandelion. Hail Lord Behelbegor. Hail Nave to every demon and every demoness that's in existence, both named and unnamed, both known and unknown, which I'm hoping, which I would really love to find a book, like a true book that someone knew, that knew the names, the true demonic names, that is, of every demon that Father Satan has, and basically the true name of every ancient god that there is in existence. Like, you know, that would be. I personally think that if anybody ever put a book out like that, and they really knew, but now not a fucking book that, not a book that nobody knows, not a book that, or grimoire. I should say grimoire, because that's what it would be. But not one with like just the 72 demons of the Quasha, which I think them demons are amazing as well. Or just not like 500 demonic names, ancient god names, or a couple hundred ancient god names. I mean one with like 5,000 demonic names. Like true 666%, as a great sister of mine, Loki, says, 666% real demonic names. Like, not names that they just come up with off the top of their head. Like, that would be amazing, in my honest opinion. But, in saying that, I really don't see that ever happening. It might. I can't say that it won't. Or it hasn't, because there may be. You can look at it this way. Fuck, I love that pentagram. I love that pentagram. It's fucking amazing looking. Especially on my black t-shirt. But I had to wear a hoodie today. That's how cold it is out. Fall is in the air, no problem at all. The leaves on the trees are fucking falling and turning fast here in Canada. Or this part of Canada, anyway. Now, that being said, leaves falling aside, I will say this much. If a grimoire like that ever came out, and if I knew for sure that it was legit, that it wasn't just names that somebody made up, bullshit names that somebody made up, I would buy it right off the bat. But before and they would probably charge a fortune for it anyway. But I also definitely would buy it, like I said. You know, if there was any way of buying it. But the price they would ask for it would probably be astronomical. Like, because I can remember looking at books, actually. You can go on Amazon now. You can go on Amazon now if you wanted to. And I can't remember the name of the book right offhand. I really can't. Actually, there's a few books on Amazon, the same thing. They're supposed to be, okay, now, almost every book you read that, I'm going to say this right out front, okay? Almost every book that you see on the, not every book, but a lot of them, I'll say 99% of them, actually, to be honest with you, Not all of them. Like I know my great sister Marie, her book isn't like this. That one, At Satan's Altar. The book that Venus Satanist has out, Spiritual Satanist Devotional Prayer Book. That one is not like that. All of the books that Alistair Notch has out. By the way, these books are all great books. These books are all great books by great theistic Satanists and demonolators and necromancers, traditional Satanists, spiritual Satanists. They're all great books that I'm saying. All of the books by Simon Drebwood or Sonny Drebwood are great books. All of the books on demonolatry that S. Connolly has out, Susan Connolly, that S. Connolly has out, are amazing. They are great, really good books. The Demonic Bible is an excellent book, and someone might come back at me and say, if anybody watches this video, someone might come back and say, oh, them books are garbage, or that Demonic Bible, the rituals don't work, or, you know, the guy is not, he only did it for the money, or something like that. Well, if the man only did them books with, the guy that written the Demonic Bible, and it was out in 2008, if the man only did that for the money, for the price that the man charges for it, which is not very much, considering how full of information that grimoire is, and the rituals and that are in it, I'll tell you right now, the man didn't get very rich. If that was the case, if he was doing it for the money, he didn't get very rich. I'll tell you that much right now, because he never charged very much for the grimoire. But I will say this: the rituals in that book, in the Demonic Bible, and I can't say his name because it's really hard for me to pronounce, like very, very hard. His book is amazing. The Demonic Bible is amazing, as is every single book who's really spokesperson for traditional theistic Satanism. Alistair Notch, his books, oh shit. His books are amazing. Like, they really are, and I'm not joking, I'm dead serious. His books are really fucking good. Like, right from the Book of Satanic Magic, you know, and he got a compendium to that, the Book of Satanic Rituals. And then it goes into Sanctum of Shadows, Book 1, 2, and 3. And then he got Grimoire then he has Satanic Grimoire. And then from there he has, the Book of Satanic and Demonic Magic. No, Book of Satanic and Demonolatry. I think that's the correct name of it. I'm not right home right now, so I don't know the exact one, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, Satanic and Demonic Magic, something like that. Now, his books, they're not very expensive, but I will say this: 99.9% of them books, I'm going to say 100% actually, I'm going to go that far, are full of information and rituals and everything you can think of. This guy, he's in a coven in, I think it's Florida, I think. He's in a coven in Florida. This man, and he's on YouTube and Facebook and that, social media. This man knows his stuff. And I'm not joking when I say he knows his stuff. Just like, same thing as Simon Drebwood and his cabal, and the cabal that he's in, or runs, or used to run. And Simon's on, I think, or Sonny Drebwood. I think, not Sonny, something like that. You get who I'm talking about. And in saying that, I just got to get a cigarette. Maria Raven Soul. Just give me a sec there. I just got to get a light for this thing I got in my mouth. And in saying that, Maria Raven Soul's book, At Satan's Altar, it's on YouTube. It's on Lulu. It's on Lulu.com. Just type in Lulu.com and type in Maria Raven Soul, or You can type in, go on lulu.com and type in At Satan's Altar, and her book is the first one to pop up. Or you can type in Satanism or Thestic Satanism, traditional Satanism. And I'm not joking, like, her book is amazing. Like, I'm after using the rituals in her book, and they do work. And she's been on the left-hand path for over 30 years. And she's a true theistic Satanist. Like, and I mean true. And she's a great lady. And I give her all the props in the world. And then you got all of Michael Ford's work on Luciferianism. You have all his books. He has a ton of them out. I think I have every one of Michael's books except for maybe one. Michael Ford's. And I know I have all of S. Connolly's books except for one. The one book belonging to her that I don't have is the one on herbalism and stuff like that. That's the only one. I have the rest. And I have all of Simon Drebwood's books. Every single one. I bought them all. And the Devil's Bible is another one. And I can't pronounce Buddy's name right here offhand because I don't have it written down in front of me. His books are amazing. His books are really fucking good. Like, he got one, The Devil's Bible. Okay? He got another one, The Devil's Disciple. And he has another one, The Devil's Coven. Okay? That's all you gotta do is type in The Devil's Bible, and it'll come up. You know, and especially on, if you type in Theistic Satanism or Traditional Satanism on Amazon or on Lulu, it will come up. I got his books off Lulu. But they are really excellent. They're full of information and rituals. And the same thing with Alistair Notch. And the same thing with, let me think, man, Michael W. Ford. Demonolatry, you're looking at S. Connolly. She has a ton of information out. And I mean a ton. You know, and if you want to go get some more stuff that you can't find, maybe belong to that S. Connolly put out, all you gotta do is go into the dbpublishing.com. And they're all there. Like, there's tons of information. Like, and I'm not joking. And then you got, you know, people with talking about, you know, certain demons and the ancient gods in that way. You got S. Connolly, who, that's all, you know, she's worked with demons for fucking 30 some odd years. And really anybody who's a true Satanist, in all honesty, anybody who's a true Satanist, a true theistic Satanist, a true spiritual Satanist, a true traditional Satanist, true demonolatrist or demonolator, or a true necromancer, you work with demons, period. You work with the demonic, no question about it. You know, you work with different demonic entities, along with Father Satan, you know, King Lucifer. And you can work with whichever ones you want if they're willing to work with you. But the thing is you have to be open, number one. You have to be honest, number two. Because they can see through your bullshit, by the way. Just in case anybody didn't know that. Just in case people didn't know that. Oh, Andrea Mason's another one. She has a nice few books that I have every one of her books that she had out. One had to come from Germany. I beat that one. The Book of Metaphisto, or Metastopheles. Short term is Metaphisto, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm almost positive on that. Book of Metaphisto is called. It comes from, that book, I had to wait for that book for a little bit. That book came from Germany. Now, when I ordered it off Amazon, I thought it was coming from, you know, the States, like the rest of the books. Nope, that one came from Germany. Now, that one blew me away. It came from Germany, considering that's where my father's family's from. my biological dad's father, my biological family. That's where we're from. Now, we're not Holocaust victims or any of that crap. We're not Holocaust victims, my family tree is not, or any of that. But that's where we originated in. My father's side originated in Germany, and my mother, listen to this one now, this is a good one. My mother's side were gypsies. And that's the truth, I'm not lying, I'm dead serious. Because my uncle did my family back history, family tree sort of thing. And yeah, Andrea Mason's books, and the books from the Temple of the, Andrea Mason's books, plus the books from the Temple of the Ascending Flame, they're all great books, eh? Like, Andrea Mason's books are fucking really good. Does an excellent job in them. Like, he really does. And there's really good ones out. There's another book called The Devil's Bible. It's from Leanna, Leanna something, I can't pronounce her last name. Without Diablo is or something, not Diablo, it's Diablo something. And her name is, yeah, that's her name, Leanna Diablo something, Quinn or something like that. Or he. I think it's a he. I'm pretty sure it's he. Now, the last I heard, now, the book that he did is on traditional Satanism, and it's an excellent book, and I mean excellent. It is full of information. It talks about the history of traditional Satanism in the front part of the book, and the book is excellent. I'd give that book a 10 out of 10. Same as I would with Maria Ravensoul's book. Same thing with that book. Same thing with that book that Venus Satanist put out, Spiritual Satanist Prayer Book, and Affirmations. And the same thing with Alistair Notch. I give his books a 10 out of 10. Same thing with Sonny Drebwood. I give his books on the Cabal and everything else, because I have every one of his books. I bought them all when I was on a splurge there about a month ago, or not a month ago, over the last 6 months, say. And the last I heard of Leanna was, now I don't know if this is true or not. I have a feeling it isn't true, but I think she just went ghost for a while. I'm pretty sure she did, or he did. I'm pretty sure he just went ghost for a while and dropped offline completely. But I heard a rumor that he went back to church with his family because his family was tormenting him that much. But I don't believe that bullshit. I really don't. Because even when I look at his book and read the rituals or whatever, I don't get that vibe like I do with another guy who was supposedly, according to him, the Black Pope. That's what he called himself. He named himself the Black Pope. Now, that being said, there's more Black Pope in that plant this plant right here. Okay? There's more Black Pope in that. And in my opinion, Buddy completely, he wrote a book and called it Satan's Bible. Now, there's only a couple interesting points that he makes in the whole book. And I think he has one ritual in it. Maybe a couple more. I could be wrong. I'm not even going to bring his name up, because whoever sees this video, and if they know anything, and if they've been around, anyone, they know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to bring his name up. I'm not giving him notoriety. But apparently he went fucking giant. Full blown, too. And apparently now all that he has on all his social media things, apparently all he does now is type in fucking bullshit. Giant crap. Giant crap that no one wants to hear on the other giants. And apparently all his new friends are all giants and all this bullshit. But that won't last long. Only, that's just a phase. The new friends bit. I know that for a fact, because I've been there and done that. Not in giant way, but I know what's going to happen there. And that being said, He, that being said, he has no idea. No, you would think that a man that supposedly, according to him, he had a church, online church, but still a church, and according to him, he had a bunch of followers, not followers, but people that went along with, you know, what he said, yada yada yada. Now, in my honest opinion, it's all bullshit, because I bought his book just because I knew the guy. Okay? Like, and this was like, oh, well over a year ago I bought it. And it wasn't worth the money I paid for it. It wasn't worth the money I paid for it at the time, and now it's worth less. Which, hope you're not fucking talking about me being slow, bitch. I'll smack you in the fucking mouth. Some fucking woman. Some woman about 60 and another woman probably in her 40s walking behind me and all you could hear is, oh, he's so fucking slow. He's like molasses. And I looked at her, I said to her, I said, I hope the fuck you're not talking about me. I'll walk as fast as I like or as slow as I want. None of nobody's business. I'll fucking crawl on the ground with my hands and knees if I want to. If I feel like it. Doesn't concern anybody. But anyway, that's off the topic completely. That being said, yep, Brian Spelling is another guy who I'm surprised hasn't put out a book yet. I really am, because Brian knows his stuff. And Brian's a really good brother. Brian knows his stuff, man. And Michael Hyson, Michael's a great brother. No question about that. I think Michael's in the process of doing a book. His second book, he got one done. It's too. I would love to see him be able to get it in print, like the book that he has done. I would love to see the man be able to get it in print. I really would, because I think he would sell a lot of copies of it. I'm sure he would, and I can promise you right now, if Michael gets a book in print, it will be worth buying. That I will say right now. Well, yeah, that I know for sure. That's just a guarantee. It's just the way it is, right? And with that, I'll let everybody go. Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Queen Astaroth, Ave Queen Tiamat, Ave Lord King Marduk or Lord Marduk, Ave King Azazel, Ave King Pazuzu, Ave King Asmodee, Ave King Asmodeus, Ave King Paimon, Ave King Amaimon, Ave Lord Beelzebub, Ave Lord Varine, Ave Lord Volok, Ave and hail to every wonderful demon and every wonderful demoness that's in existence, and Ave and hail to every one of my true brothers and sisters, Volvin, Holly, you know who you are, Ave Satanis. I'll talk to you next, guys.